Hi, it's Monday again, the week ahead. I've been looking forward to this Monday because Manchester United is playing tonight. And of course, we have Andrew.
Yeah, okay. I'll play second fiddle to Manchester United, all right?
Are you a fan?
My ego's not so big that I can't take that. Am I a fan? Canadian, hockey. But yeah, of course, who doesn't love football, right? I played when I was a kid. I wish I had tickets to the game.
Well, mind you, the Canadian national team did go to the World Cup in 1986, I think.
In 1986, yes. I don't know if they've made it since, but yeah, again, we're hockey guys. Take what we can get.
All right.
So looking ahead at the week in politics.
All right.
Yeah.
Monday,
very excited.
I thought we have a quiet summer.
Probably a little bit quieter than normal.
Yeah.
But we do have a couple of things, kind of wrapping up big things.
Yeah. LegCo still have some panel meetings and hearings.
Yeah, LegCo will have some panel meetings this week. Wednesday is when we'll see some of the action, and we'll look at that on Wednesday morning, maybe.
Yeah. How about our dear politicians?
Let's see. Our Secretary of Environment got a little bit of a break at the end of last week when the people were applying to have a judicial review against the environmental impact assessment for the incinerator out by Chengchao. And that got shut down. So that's a good day for our Secretary of the Environment. He's going to have a little bit of a week off in terms of profile because Secretary for Development is obviously going to be in the spotlight, and there might be a little bit of fluffy light news given some of the travels that the Secretary for Finance, John Song, is doing. Carrie Lam's on the road, Eddie Ng's on the road, so Paul Chan's going to have the spotlight all to himself.
Yeah. So where is the Secretary for Education is going?
He's heading down to Singapore and then Melbourne this week. So Singapore, he's going to be looking at kindergarten education and also teacher training. Personally, I'm hoping that he can find out about how they've been so successful in particular in language training because so a really interesting statistic, Singaporeans over the last 40 years have gone from having 10% of households speaking English at home to 60%. Ooh. Yeah. 60% of Singaporean kids are reporting their primary language at home now is English. And I mean, you can tell when you go down there, the skill levels are high. Mandarin as well. Mandarin language is quite good down there as well. I think not as good as our English, but still quite proficient.
It's been traditionally, they have an edge on it. And besides that, I understand that the Secretary for Environment may want to go to listen more about to water issues on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tomorrow,
Civic Exchange is going to be having a panel looking at Hong Kong's water future and looking at how we use seawater, how we use fresh water. One of the things that I think maybe they should be having a look at is, especially given the Noah's Ark-like conditions we've had this summer. Maybe looking at, given the fact that Hong Kong buys a lot of its water from Guangzhou, the river that they get their water from is, we can see the end of that river.
Yes.
Because of demands for water in China, demands for water in Hong Kong. If we need to go back to rooftop collection, right, like we used to have back in the 60s here when we were cut off from China, because we might be cut off again in the future. So, he should be looking at water issues, could be one to look at over the summer, kicking off at the Civic Exchange event tomorrow. Yeah,
I think a very important concept that I have been pushing for the past 2 years is that in addition to carbon footprint, a lot of the countries, including Canada, where you're from, is trying to promote the idea and concept of water footprint. For example, if you drink a cup of coffee, you do not only consume the water in this mug. You actually consume much more water because of the water for agriculture, the water for boiling it, and the energy involved also involve water. So there's a concept of water footprint which is very essential when we talk about a broader concept of environment. Besides carbon footprint, perhaps even the word water is something you should look at because it really boils down to money because we are paying a huge sum of money to buy water to Hong Kong. So water is the keyword for today.
All right, and Hong Kongers are water pigs. So water's a good one for you to pick for today. 154 liters a day, because Hong Kongers take on average more than 2 showers a day.
Wow.
Yeah, we're clean, but we're using a lot of water. And 90 liters of flushing water a day.
Yeah, and
think about it.
I think there's a lot of urban planning issues that can further help us to collect water. Because in some of the cities in Taiwan, they actually have this grass and street system that collect rainwater underground and send them back or channel them through to reservoir.
Yeah.
So that you won't lose all the water. I know they're doing it in mountain areas in Hong Kong, but not in Causeway Bay here.
No.
And not in the football stadium
no.
where there's obviously too much water.
Yeah,
they should somehow collect all the water
everybody's
in the stadium,
and
send it to the reservoir.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to tomorrow and see what's the week ahead. Thank you, Andrew.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Vincent. Cheers.